Moving on now, a new buy-to-let stamp duty rates kick in today. Anyone buying a property above £40,000 to let out or have as a second home will have to pay an extra 3%. Some claim the changes could affect renters the most though. Aidan Rushby is CEO of Move Bubble, an app dedicated to renting. Now Aidan, this was meant to stop landlords from buying up properties and inflating the market, but is it going to have the desired effect?
Well, at Move Bubble, we're really concerned about the renter, and I think that these will have knock-on effects. The cost will be ultimately passed on to the renter through increased rent rises, and what the government should be doing is massively incentivising developers to build more houses so that we can get more supply and hopefully bring down the cost of renting.
So you believe that landlords are going to basically put up prices and that's going to have a knock-on effect to those who are in that boat, who are renting?
Yeah, I think it'll have two effects. I think one, I think it will have the extra cost of the stamp duty will be passed on through either fees and through rent increases. And secondly, I think it will have an impact on the supply. Less people will buy investment properties, which will add to the increasing problem in London with the number of properties that are on the market, which is driving up rental costs.
And I suppose in London in particular, because it's so expensive here, a lot of young people find themselves in that sort of renting boat. Do you think they're going to be the ones that are particularly affected by this?
Yes, definitely. I think what we should be doing in London, what the government should be doing is looking at this housing problem. It should be number one agenda at the moment in terms of improving the number of properties on the market and reducing the cost of living for these people. London will have knock-on economic problems as a result of this. Young people, their work-life balance is being stretched all the time due to time having to commute. They'll have to move further out. And what the government should be doing is looking at purpose-built developments to really incentivise investors to build more and more properties.
And when you speak to renters at the moment, are they happy to sit it out and wait for things to improve or for their situation to improve, I suppose, to save up more money or look for some of the other opportunities that are available, like shared ownership? Or do they feel that they are trapped in a bit of a cycle of renting?
I think it's unfair to say they're trapped. I think a lot of people that are young professionals in London choose to rent. This is due to effectively the ability to move around. They've put their career first and they need the flexibility. But obviously the increasing rent, there's about 1.9 million renters in London, all paying around 40,000 in rent up until the time that they're afford to buy. Every knock-on effect obviously puts pressure on their costs to be able to save for deposits to buy. So I think short term, what we need to do is encourage investment buying so that there is more supply, which reduce hopefully the cost of renting. It will also reduce the fees as a result of that, and I think that's what we need to focus on.
Well, the stamp duty changes that come into effect today are likely to have an impact on a number of other different groups. What about foreign buyers? Because they also do invest quite heavily in lots of properties in London. Yes,
I think what the government should be doing with foreign buyers is less focusing on people that are buying property just to sit on, but they should be encouraged, government should be doing more to encourage these people to turn these into accommodation for people to live in so that they can help deal with the demand on rental accommodation within central London.
Well, Aidan Rushby from Move Bubble, thank you very much indeed for explaining that. Moving on now, and a new centre for young people in business is being launched in Peckham this lunchtime.